Happy Friday, it's Debra's favorite day. Let's get into it. So hello all, welcome back to my channel. It's all about TV shows today. I have, we all have guilty pleasures in life. For me, it's books, well, romance books, TV shows, movies, and YouTube videos. I have a lot of TV shows, past and present, that are addictive to watch. And I'm always looking for new shows to binge watch as well. So if you guys actually have any shows that I don't talk about in this list, feel free to leave a comment and let me know, hey, this show's really good, or this show, or something. Like, I'm always looking for recommendations of shows to binge watch. So feel free to leave one. So I don't have these in any particular order. They're not exactly a countdown. It's just the shows that I found to be so addicting. So let's go ahead and list those. First addicting show is Bridgerton. Now, I am looking forward to the second season. Like, I'm one of those people who is so looking forward to the second season. I watched the first season, of course, and I finished that season within 2 days. And you know, why 2 days, you ask? Well, I also have a child who ran around during that time a lot, so, you know, trying to catch up with her was very, very fun. You know, I loved Simon. He made my heart hurt a lot. He just had, you just want to cuddle with him. Give him a little kiss, yell at him, and then cuddle with him again. I mean, he took me on a lot of emotions. Yeah, his story definitely took me for a ride. And you also want to know, who is this Lady Whistledown? Who is this? Who is this woman and everything? And you know, you're so shocked to see who it was at the end of season 1. And I love that it's Julie Andrews' voice, though. I love her. I also, the woman who plays Lady Danbury, that girl, oh my god, I feel like I need this woman in my life to just, I just feel like I feel like I need someone just like her in my life. She's just so, what's the word I'm looking for? She honestly makes this show even more entertaining to watch. And you know, just her attitude, her get to the point and everything, like, I love her. She's this type of person that will actually set you straight, and that's a good thing. People need that type of person in their life. So I'm happy to see that she's back for season 2, and everyone is back except for Simon, and you know, that's okay. We still have Antony. So I know the second season is out on March 25th. I'll be watching this show while my daughter naps and when she goes to bed for the night, because I really want to watch this show. The second addicting one to mention is Emily in Paris. Now, season 1 was awesome. Second season was even better. In all honesty, favorite characters besides Emily are Gabrielle. I mean, have you seen that guy? Have you seen this guy? Like, wow. Sylvie is one of my favorites. Mindy is my favorite, and I love Julian. Like, he makes me laugh. He makes my heart happy. And you know, when it was announced that the show got a 3rd and 4th season, I was so stoked about that. I was so happy, and I love this show. You know, they left me at a cliffhanger. They left me hanging at the end of season 2. So they had to do season 3, and they have to do season 4. Like, you just have to. To me, I feel like that last episode of season 2 was probably the best. Just Sylvie, Julian, and Luke had this moment, and I wanted to applaud them for it. Like, it just made me want to high-five all of them and give them all a hug. I'm really trying not to spoil anything, I promise. It's just, you know, I love that show. moving on to Selling Sunset. Now, normally I don't watch a lot of reality TV shows. I don't even remember how I had come across Selling Sunset. I think I was just trying to find a new show to watch, and saw that this one was basically around about Southern California real estate. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I'm glad I did. There's something about this show that had me addicted. And, you know, I think it was just the houses that these agents sell. Like, I won't say anything about the seasons, obviously, because just in case if somebody has never seen the show or anything. But during this past season, I didn't understand why they focused on something that had happened a very long time ago amongst the agents and their friendships. And that literally just became like a theme throughout the rest of the episodes, throughout the rest of the season. And I was just like, I didn't understand why they did it that way, and to this day I still have no idea why. I just felt like that was kind of a waste. But anyway, my favorite house that they had shown on this was French Montana's house. That was a good house, and I love the house that Chriselle had bought for herself and everything. And I love Chriselle, I really do. I follow all of these ladies actually on Instagram. Like, I follow everyone. I follow Davina, Maya, Mary, Christine, Emma, Chriselle, Amanda, I think I said Heather. I'm pretty sure I said Heather. And I also follow Jason and Brett as well. Like, I love these guys. I think that they're just amazing. But honestly, those are all the shows that are still ongoing, and I'm still looking forward to, that had me addicted. So I'm looking forward to seeing their next season and everything. And a lot of their seasons, 2 of them, you know, obviously haven't come out yet because Emily in Paris is still being filmed, and then we have the Selling Sunset that still hasn't gone anywhere. And there's this other show that I actually didn't list in my little list here, and it's called Motel Makeover. Like, I actually really liked that show. It was only 6 episodes. They had filmed it during the pandemic, like right around the time the pandemic had hit. And I was very blown away by how much everything had cost, and they were, like, I feel like I watched this for budget purposes because showing of how much they actually were budgeting and trying to crunch these numbers and trying to save all this money from anything from do-it-yourself to having to hire hire a contractor for his team to come in to do everything, redo this whole hotel basically. And I was like blown away by about their effort and by their execution. And yeah, I liked those ladies. I felt like they were very strong businesswomen, and great show. If you have not seen Motel Makeover, you should definitely check it out. So now we have to go into past TV shows, but this show is just so worth it, and it's just as addictive. Now, Once Upon a Time is up there in the addictive show category. Oh my god, I love the whole concept of this show. Like, the creators had a great idea, and I'm happy they had executed the show, because this is one show you must watch from the beginning to understand what is going on. It's not one of those shows that you can just like watch like the 5th episode into. You have to watch it from the beginning. And because it jumps back in time so frequently. Like, it goes back, it goes like several years ago to present time. And basically, if you never watched a show and you love Disney fairy tale storybook characters, then this show is for you, and you will love Prince Charming and Captain Hook, because, you know, just look at them. Next up to mention is Grimm. Okay, so best way to describe the show Grimm is a cop named Nick Burkhart has a special power, basically, to see true evil, or see real evil. And the creators took the Grimm fairy tales and just put a twist to them. There are silly characters, there are lovable characters, evil ones, and special ones. This show was just so addictive, and I loved it. They had, one character had this huge arc of just starting off as like so evil and ended up fighting with the good guys at the end, and I love that. If you have not watched that show before, I won't tell you which one it was, but you'd be like, oh yeah, definitely, like, this one did have like the best character arc. And, you know, and I didn't know that the main couple in the show are actually married in real life. I had no idea about that, so I was just like, this is pretty awesome. Supernatural has to be mentioned in one of the most addictive shows to watch. Like, who doesn't love these two brothers fighting monsters? Like, I don't understand. Like, who does not love this? This show had some of the best lines and moments, in my opinion, in TV history. Like, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki are phenomenal in this show. Like, I never watched an episode of Gilmore Girls, and I know that Jared Padalecki was on that show, but I did see him in the movie House of Wax with Chad Michael Murray, and you know, I did like him. I liked him in that movie. I don't know if I liked the movie though, but I liked him. Anyway, but you know, and I did watch Days of Our Lives, Dark Angel, and Smallville, and so I knew who Jensen Ackles was. My sister watched Days of Our Lives a lot, and she loved him. So, and you know, I love how Linda Blair was on the show for like a guest starring spot. And I know that at one point or another, there's this, Dean, who's Jensen Ackles' character, he says, I don't know about you, but I'm in the mood for some pea soup right now. It was really cute. They make a ton of callbacks to other shows and movies that they've been in, or their cast members have been in, or the guest stars have been in. And, you know, I love the show so much. The bloopers are so hilarious. They're amazing. It would have been cool if they had done like a crossover episode with with a different show in general, but you know, I'll settle for the Scooby-Doo one, because that was awesome. Who has not watched that episode? That episode was great. So the Vampire Diaries is one of the ones that I have to mention. I really, really do. Oh my god, like, you didn't think that this show would be addictive at first, because the first episode of the first season was so slow, was so slowly paced, but then it ends at like a cliffhanger, and you have to watch it, and you have no choice but to watch the next episode, and then the next one after that, next one after that. So it's like you have to give the first episode a try first before you move on to the second one. But this series ended up being one of the most compelling shows I've ever watched, and you know, I'm so happy that I had watched it. And as much as I loved Stefan and Elena together, I was happier with Elena and Damon. Sorry, I just was. I was a Delena fan. For all those people who are about to be like, no, I like Delena. I'm like, no, I like Damon and Elena together. Sorry. However, any chance that there was a scene of the two brothers together, that made me go, oh my god, this whole show is more about the brotherly love, because how they started off to how they ended up, they had their character they had their character journey, and they had to me, the brotherhood between both these two Salvatore brothers was the best thing about this show. And I feel like who had the best character journey, honestly, was Caroline. Caroline, she went from being spoiled and so whiny, an easy victim, to being a strong female character at the end. So I loved her. And you know, it seems like I had this whole sci-fi fantasy, supernatural spiel going on for addictive shows. And you know, that's okay and everything, but we're going to round off this list with something that is not of that genre. And it's one of my favorite comedy TV shows of all time. And I'm actually working on a list of all my favorite episodes from that series. And that is I Love Lucy. Now, for those of you who do not know me at all, I Love Lucy is one of my favorite comedy TV shows of all time. We had grown up watching episodes that were in like a VHS collection type of box, and it wasn't the whole, obviously it wasn't the whole series, but it was just like maybe it was 3 episodes that were grouped together per VHS. And I don't know how many, I don't remember how many VHS tapes that we had. I just know that 3 of them were in each of those, like 3 episodes were in each. So they were kind of scattered, like one of them would be like from season 1, the other one would be like from season 2, and then another one would be from season 3, something like that. But as opposed to naming all of my favorite episodes, yeah, that is going to be in that list. That's going to be filmed pretty soon. I still need to watch Being the Ricardos, and there's also a new movie of Lucy and Desi out on Prime as well. There is something so clever, so witty, so charming about this show, and you know, I can't get enough of it. I will watch it, and like, this is one of those TV shows that I can just watch any episode and just go from there. Like, it's I don't mind watching any of these episodes. I don't mind talking about them. This to me is one of the best shows ever. Okay guys, so that's it of this video. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favorite show was. What's your most addictive TV show you just can't get enough of. And stay tuned for another round of favorites, and I will see you all in the next video.